Welcome to Wisdom Whiplash, where we bring you expert insights in under 5 minutes. I'm Jessica Portalatin, business and trademark attorney, and today our guest is family business consultant Nicola Gelormino. Nicola, how does your background of growing up in a family business give you insight and help you to be a consultant to family businesses today?
That's a great question, Jess. So growing up in a family business really taught me that not only every business is unique, which we all see, but every family is unique. So it's important to understand that there are personal relationships that go on around the business, and it's not just a business decision. Those personal relationships factor into the decisions that are made. So we have to be very thoughtful about listening and understanding those relationships as consultants before we start advising a family. It's about building trust by listening to the dynamics between the family and then understanding how to apply that in the circumstances.
In a family business, do you think it matters who holds what role, or does everyone just pitch in where it's needed?
So oftentimes we see a lot of pitching in and informal structures in a family business, and it's really important to consider that the different family members ought to still work in areas of their strength and have specific roles, because that's going to be best for the business, and that way we take the areas of their strengths and we apply that to the business.
What is the benefit for a family business to seek advice from an outside advisor like yourself?
What's most important, in my opinion, Jess, is considering that emotional element that is inherent in family businesses. It's very difficult for the family members to have to make certain decisions, especially when it comes to things like succession planning or changes in the business, because it's hard to separate the emotion when you're involved in the business. And outside advisors provide the ability to do that, to be the neutral party and to help the families kind of cut out the emotional element and make those decisions. Why is it important for all businesses to have organizational documents in place that are tailored to their business?
Because if you're not making those decisions, someone else, some legislator that knows nothing about your business is doing that by the statutes. So if you don't have organizational documents, an operating agreement for your LLC, a shareholders agreement and bylaws for your corporation, it defaults to statute. And what they decide may not be what you want to decide. Now, that's about having no organizational documents. Now, why should they be tailored to your business? Yes, like you mentioned, every business is different, but also the business dynamic is different, especially in family businesses. So maybe the way that you would treat the situation if a partner dies is different if that partner is your spouse versus a random investor.
Why should business owners review and update their key agreements for their business, including their organizational documents and their contracts?
Well, we're talking about family businesses today. So let's say your spouse is your partner in the business. You get divorced. Maybe the terms that you had in your organizational documents, if one of you passes away or anything else, isn't the same now that you guys are exes rather than married spouses. So that's one example, but also laws change, circumstances change. And so it's important to review those documents to make sure that it still covers the way you want it to cover your business.
Business owners view protecting their intellectual property as an expense. Why is that a mistake, and how should they view it?
Protecting your intellectual property is absolutely an investment. Intellectual property is the blood of your business. So whether it's a patent to protect the software you created or a trademark to protect the brand that you've built, that will keep people from stealing your brand and then you possibly losing your business. But that's the defensive side. Now let's look at the money-making side, right? So if you have a patent for your software or you have a trademark for your brand, you can make more money. How? Because it's an asset now, an asset that you can license. You can now possibly enter into franchising. So what that means is that with your brand or with your IP, you're able to make more money by other people's works, right? So making more money without working more. So it's another stream of income for your business. Fire time. Favorite thing to do on a lazy Sunday?
Lay on the beach.
Go to karaoke song.
Oh, karaoke, not quite my thing.
If you can instantly master any skill, what would it be?
Maybe something like flying, like being a pilot.
Superpower, flying or invisibility?
Flying.
What's your hidden talent that not many people know about?
What I've come to realize is my hidden talent is being able to identify talent in others and move people into completely different roles or careers.
Ah, nice. All right, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Beach or mountain?
Beach.